awesome tournament for someone like Aussies. The yellow team domination, especially the last 9 games, they came into the party. They ruled the roost, and ballers coming into the party, especially in the knockout stages. Stark, uh, Cummins, Hazelwood, Zampa, surprisingly, who dominated their bowling attack up front in the lead stages, was not seen in the knockout stages. Such is the team of Australia, the tenacity in the field. Especially whenever I am seeing the highlights, people mention about their fielding. What a fielding side they have been, revelation. All those things. Kudos to them. Kudos to the champions. They celebrated wisely in Ahmedabad. Narendra Modi, our PM. He went and he went for the ceremony as well. And coming to Pat Cummins, he ticked all the boxes. The thing about Australia is their planning. The planning for the finals was exceptional. So the coaching staff, the background staff, all were part of it. Exceptional performance by Australia. Now let's dive into the teams which had a great lead stages, but in the knockout stages they kind of choked. They kind of crumbled under the pressure and couldn't manage to win the championship at the end. Let's
Yeah.
discuss about the remaining 3 teams, and at the end we'll talk about the champions Australia. For Australia, we'll have a special guest appearance. First, we go and we go to the most gentleman team, New
I think
Zealand.
before, sorry, Stress, before that, since Australia won the World Cup, so I saw one picture, a photo where the Australian team are having beer. Considering Ahmedabad being a dry state, Gujarat being a dry state, from where they got the beer, I don't know.
Maybe it's a can of beer, but it has armrest in it.
It wasn't like that.
Or else for a special occasion, they would have allowed because Australians are not means citizens of India, right? So for a special occasion, I guess they would have been allowed by
Jaisha is the
tournament.
man. You
So
know, anything can happen.
anything can happen. I guess that ceremony happened in the dressing room, not outside the vicinity in front of the public. So that's a
Yeah.
and
So,
yeah, coming down to the most what light team,
humble team.
humble team, and after India, many people in India used to support this team, New Zealand, and also Kane Williamson last tournament, man of the tournament. This tournament, he led this Kiwi side. He was injured in between. He played 3 4 matches. He came back. He led the team valiantly, and they reached till the semifinals. They surprised some of the teams because many people thought they wouldn't reach semifinals. They thought Pakistan or England will find a way and come across, but that couldn't happen.
Yeah.
Let's discuss about their performances in the group stages. They won 5 games out of the 8. They lost against all the top sides. They lost against South Africa. They lost against India. They lost against Australia, and also against Pakistan. Also, they lost. So remaining 4 games, they remaining 5 games, they were able to beat. So they came into a knockout scenario against India. They had to repeat the 2019 incident to go front. So they coming on to the individual performances. The top scorer is Rachin Ravindra, Revelation 578. Then Darren Mitchell 552, Devon Conway 372, Glenn Phillips 285, Kane Williamson 256 in 4 matches. So again, these were the batters who impressed, and then coming on to their wicket takers, Mitch Santner 16 wickets, Trent Boult 14 wickets, Matt Henry 11 wickets, Lockie 10 wickets.
Yeah. So,
So
talking about New Zealand, it was actually the first team to be dominant in this World Cup, starting with a great victory over England.
England.
I was predicting them to finish top of the table, okay, but unfortunately, India came up there. And talking about New Zealand, They kept performing like how they did it in the last two editions. Strong, entire squad was performing. It was a collective effort, if you see right through. The only patch that had to be fixed was, I think, bowling. Especially Boult did not perform to the expectation, is what I feel. But at the same time, if you look at Matt Henry, he started off really well in this World Cup until he got injured and then he had to leave the team. But Rachin Ravindra, as you mentioned, is a revolution. He is a star in the making for the future. Uh, Kane Williamson, his bravery to come back after fracturing his thumb.
Never die attitude.
Yes, never die attitude, giving it until the last moment. Like New Zealand literally has that attitude. It's just that one spark which they're missing to win this major cup. As rightly said by David Warner, it is the performance that matters in the final. Whatever you do, entire tournament, okay, it is for that final you're playing, right?
Yeah, the trunk scenario, the moment you want to succeed, the willingness to succeed, all
Yeah.
those things are immaterial. All those centuries, all those half
Exactly.
centuries are immaterial if you can't win the knockout games.
Exactly. So the team which dominated in the beginning and the team which first went out of the knockouts was New Zealand. Hard luck for them, but they can keep their heads high moving into the future tournaments, is what I feel.
I mean, yeah, yeah, absolutely. They were. It's not just last two editions. It is like most consistent side. I would say they've been qualified most of the time for semis at least, if not finals. So they have always been that team who has somehow managed to get all the difficulties, irrespective of player injury or play team not performing that well. But in World Cups, they are another team like Australia, who is always there in always come back whatever their form is for they come back always strong in the World Cup. Same New Zealand. They look like they are very light in the sense of light in batting and bowling. They don't have so individual performance if you see, but given the day, they will always turn up for the World Cup and they will perform.
Yeah.
And yeah, and go with the leading captain, Kane Williamson, who is always an example for the team. He brings a lot of calm, his patience to the team, and whatever the situation, the never give up attitude also is there. And they're a very humble team. Even in their losses, they're very humble. Even if they're losing, they are always smiling. To see on a tournament like this World Cup, where it is very difficult to swallow a defeat in knockouts or any game, but they're always smiling, they're encouraging. There was always be there for other teams. There's someone performing very good, so they appreciate that. That is what good about this New Zealand team. It's been from so long, from last 20 years. I've seen they are all gentlemen. So kudos to them. I don't want to talk about so much about individual performance
Yeah.
because Lord the team has performed as a whole, as a bunch. Even someone or other has performed or contributed with the sense of contributing something to the team. And yeah, rightly, if you are looking for a player from this World Cup for New Zealand, yeah, Rachin Ravindra is a revelation, and hopefully in IPL auction going to
Yeah.
go
Very true.
higher.
Yeah, so Srikanth rightly said, okay, he's one of the players for picks in the IPL auction. Apart from that, the missing puzzle, okay, in the New Zealand squad for me was the finisher role, okay. They had multiple keeping options. Keeping that in mind, they could have played Jimmy Neesham more than what they played with Latham, okay. This is a missing puzzle for New Zealand, especially in those games where they lost, okay.
They had to take the bold decision,
Yeah.
not in the knockouts, maybe 2 3 games before the
Yeah.
knockouts only. They could have taken those bold decisions because Nisham, I remember Nisham helping them out in that Australia chase, which they lost by only 5 runs. So Nisham was a customer
Yeah.
who was equipped to do that sort of a thing.
Exactly. And when, so, like in semi-final, you saw, had Kane Williamson stayed for another 10, 15 overs, India would have been in trouble. Okay, so let's say if Nisham would have come in for Latham and supported Daryl Mitchell at that point, two strong finishers who can take the game away from any kind of bowlers. Okay, so these are the missing puzzles for New Zealand, I feel.
Ultimately, I feel since you both told the positives also, since I feel they have good bunch of people, they back everything, all those things. Sometimes New Zealand lack that out of box mentality or the ruthlessness which needs to be incorporated in the team to win the knockouts, which Australia has,
Yeah.
despite having a normal side or a okay side. But when it comes to the knockouts, they perform their skins out. Even the normal players also play for the team and win for the team. So that ruthlessness attitude should be incorporated. They're always the good boys, they're the good people, but that ruthless attitude needs to come in their setup.
Correct. Very truly said. So I think we've spoken enough of New
Yeah,
Zealand.
I just want to tell one more point. Who are the players you're watching out for further IPL? What are the challenges for New Zealand in upcoming IPL? Sorry, upcoming World Cup. Because I guess their entire pace attack is going to retire. I don't think Boot making for another World Cup or Southie making to another World Cup. Ferguson, I don't know, based on his fitness, what is the issue? Santner definitely can play one more the same. So their bowling setup needs to be revamped. Coming to the batsmen, Devon Conway, I guess he's aged. He and Kane Williamson, I guess he's also done for the tournament. Then comes Daryl Mitchell. Daryl Mitchell is also not that young. So they have a lot of things to ponder about in the
Yes.
future.
Yeah, they might have to do a restructure or rebuild, I would call. But I think it's time to look out for, I mean, now like out of the box option, fill in those gaps, start molding them. I think all of these players like Kane Williamson, Boult, maybe Conway, whoever it is, can mentor players in, play along, get in that experience, and build a team for the future.
Yeah. So that's it for New Zealand. Anything else, Rick? Do you want to add anything?
No, no, nothing. I don't want to add.
Okay.
Have summed up nicely.
Yeah. Okay. Now going to the another semi-finalist who could have made it to the finals, but they couldn't. South Africa. Again, they choked in the big stage. Again, coming into a knockout stage and not going. They have a problem of losing in semi-finals itself. They don't go to finals also. If you see the team, you look into the team, you wonder how can they lose. They have such a strong side in the tournament which they played. They won seven league games, I believe, and they ended up second in the table.
Yeah,
And they lost to countries like India and I guess Netherlands.
yeah.
Uh, they lost a game against Australia in that particular scenario. Now, coming to the individual stats, the top scorer Quinton de Kock 594 runs, Rassie van der Dusen 448, Aiden Markram 406, Henry Klassen 373, David Miller 356. I want to see where is Bauma. Well, Bauma has scored lesser runs than Marco Jansen. Marco Jansen 157, Temba Bauma 145. And coming to the wickets column, Gerard Coetzee, 20 wickets. Marco Jansen, 17 wickets. Keshav Maharaj, 15 wickets. Kadiso Rabada, 13 wickets. Lungi, 10. Tabriz, 9. So
Yeah.
these sort of the performances they had. So coming into positives, what are the positives? What?
So there are a lot of positives. For me, the brightest positive was Koiche, okay? The youngster. Brilliant, brilliant. When Rabada failed to give you a performance, or when NGD failed to give you a performance, there was this one guy who came out of everything, pulled off those crucial wickets, and ensured South Africa victory, okay?
Like Rachin Ravindra for New Zealand, coach will also play, I guess, 2 to 3 World Cups,
Yes,
definitely.
very, very much. So, Koche is my biggest positive, I would call. What about you?
For me, in actually the biggest positive was batting unit. South African batting unit in the past was not that great side or something like that. But this batting unit had the potential to win the cup. They had all the boxes ticked except that opening slot, Temba Bavuma. Temba Bavuma, 8 matches he has played and scored 140 runs, which is not at all worth it. I know Temba Bavuma in this calendar year has scored maximum runs for them in the ODI format. But coming into this tournament, he didn't add value to the side. Apart from that, this is the positive I can think about, and also their young paces. Even Marco Janssen is pretty young. Kotze is young. Marco Janssen is young.
Yeah,
Both are their means top two wicket takers.
yeah. What about you, Shrikant? What was your positive for South Africa?
I mean, the positive, I would say, but he played only one match for South Africa where Babu did play. I mean, yeah, but um, even when you are a captain and you all come in the picture, and you are the one who has scored maximum runs in that calendar year for South Africa with the strike rate of 125. So, so that is something which was expected that he will perform at least 2 3 matches, but he was not able to play. He's not able to replicate any of his performance before World Cup, whatever he has performed. Uh, so I can feel for Bauma that and because of that, a lot of what do you say hands being raised or fingers being raised over him. I'm not sure what's going to happen after World Cup. We'll just need to wait and see the board decide how they want to manage uh, because their team should have a combination of people should play. So they have to board to decide how they want to again go ahead with the structure of the team. And yeah, Kodze, another guy who has really like impressed a lot, and even Marco Jansen to some extent, like initial 5 6 matches, he was brilliant with ball and bat all. So these two are specifically, and even yeah, in the Klassen, from he was continuing from the last IPL performances from India. He continued in South Africa again, continued in World Cup again. So he's also a big plus.
And also the man Quinton de Kock,
Quint
retirement
Definitely.
man. Warden means top scorer and has scored 4 centuries for them. Exceptional tournament for them. Ultimately, same goes with their mentality also. When it comes to the knockout stages, they somehow falter. They don't have that plan to overcome the team against Australia. They put a valiant fight at the end when the things look bleak for Australia to chase it down. But someone like Kodzi, who was given the ball late, but he gave the strong fight. He took those wickets, especially Steve Smith. Steve Smith, horrible shot selection, but the ball which he bowled was Kodzi was making him play that shot and got him out. So, exceptional team. They have to tinker one, two players here and there for the next World Cup, who and all are you expecting? Quinton is gone. Who and all you're expecting?
Lisa should be even more chances now, I would say. I'm not sure about Bauma, how he's going to perform because he's the captain for you. And, they gave Mark Green, but again it's back to Dekog, and again they need to Bauma. I'm not sure how this round robin is going to happen for them. I hope it lands in the hands of the captaincy because he has a very good leadership quality. Uh, and Bauma chance as a player, not as, so in that way, if he's not performing, it's easy to bench him or give him.
Give
Uh,
others chance.
yeah. So you will not be having burden. Okay, he's a captain. You have to play. No, then it'll not be like that. So board need to talk to Makram, explain them. Please stay. Because other than Markram, I don't uh, been at the moment taking the captain. Not Rabada, and see him as the because himself is very injured, and giving it to Markram will be ideal scenario.
And
So Riza Hendricks will be the one who should get chances.
one more thing, coming to this tournament, someone like Kagiso Rabada, they would have expected him to perform the best in this tournament. Has he delivered? Do you think he delivered, Binoy?
So, has he delivered the goods? He's done a little bit, but not the amount of limit he can actually touch. Okay. Uh, that is where I think some of the crucial matches were gone from their hands during the group stages. Also, even in this semi final game, Rabada was not able to pick up that crucial wicket, right? Uh, and then you had to depend on Koche to come back and like pick those wickets. So he's not like met the complete
He's not spearheading
expectation.
the attack properly.
Yes, definitely not.
Yeah.
We have seen Rabada better and best than this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's one concerning point for them, and also someone like Rasi van der Dusen, Klaassen. I don't think this another World Cup for them. They are done. They are at their prime. They're doing really good. 4 years down the line, I don't think they will be playing. South Africa also has to address all these situations. They produce a lot of good ballers, so which usually bail them out. I feel Andrik Nokia in next World Cup, can he play? He's still 30, I believe, so he can play. Let's see. It is based on his injury, and also someone exciting talents coming from the circuit. We have seen Srikanth will be a big fan of Devol Brevis and Kristen Stubbs. Even they can make into this side. They can be the exciting X factor which South Africa requires. What do you think?
Yes. Deval Bravis and Stubbs, even they should be given number of chances starting now. If you are preparing for a World Cup in 4 years, start preparing them now. Start mentoring them now. Only then they will build up to that expectation of facing world class teams like Australia, India, New Zealand. So build that team right away from now when you have already the youngster bunch in your hands.
What do you think, Shrek?
Yeah, exactly. Let them play now rather than in the World Cup itself, or maybe if you want to have the plan like them. So
Yeah.
let them play. So that's the
And
only thing.
also to be honest, wicket keeping position that's also up to the drafts. Someone like Quinton is retired. I don't think Klassen will play the next tournament, so they have to look out for a good wicket keeper. I don't think Kyle Verine is in the circuit.
Mhm.
So young wicket keeper, they have to find any South African who is a wicket keeper. He will be loving this opportunity. He can represent South African team.
Yeah.
So coming into the Proteas dominance, they could have done better. They in the league stages they were the second team in the table, but unfortunately they faltered in Eden Garden.
Yes. I mean, they got soaked into the pressure. Even Klassen, he had a brilliant tournament as a whole. But if you look at it towards the later stage of the tournament, he was not performing.
It was a disappointment.
Exactly. He started off so bright that we had a lot of expectation of him, right? I mean, I think one or two centuries he had, right, in this tournament.
Even to be honest, Markram also, Markram also, it was a hot and cold tournament for him.
Yeah.
At crucial games, somewhere he faltered, especially against the game against Pakistan, where he had to chase it easily. He made it very uncomfortable and made it very means lethargic for the tail to finish it off. At the end, Keshav Maharaj pulled that ball and hit the four, which bailed him out. But ultimately, someone like his standards,
Should
and
have finished the game.
he should have finished the game, and he is deemed as the future captain, future leadership material. So he has to perform up to that potential.
Yeah, very true. Any other thoughts for the South African team?
Yeah, now let's come and discuss about the host, the favorite side for us all. The way it panned out, it was a glorious tournament for India.
Team
Uh,
ka dream.
Team ka dream. And first 10 matches, what a path we led. One side of sheer dominance, all those things. Even in the semi-finals, also there was crucial juncture where we could have lost it, but someone like a mind-blowing performances like Kohli, Shami, Shreyas Iyer brought us back. So it was an out and out. We cannot bash Team India for this final loss. It was an excellent, stupendous performance. But as David Warner says, it has to be in the final. You have to win the final to claim the trophy, or else it's of no use. Despite winning all the 10 games, despite winning, I guess India won the maximum games in the tournament. We don't have a cup. So coming, I don't want to put more salt on our wounds. So I just want to discuss about our individual stats. Coming to our individual stats, most runs, man of the tournament, player
Why?
of the tournament, Virat Kohli, 765 runs. Not only in this tournament, I guess in all editions of the World Cup, that is a feat to be achieved. 765 was not achieved in the past. So then comes Rohit Sharma 597. Then comes Shreyas Iyer 530, Lokesh Rahul 452, Shubman Gill 354, Ravindra Jadeja 120. Then comes the
So
Surya Kumar 106. Coming to the bowling, bowling, the miracle man, 7 matches, 24 wickets.
Mo-
Mohammad Shami, what a performance! And Jasprit Bumrah, 11 matches, 20 wickets. Ravindra Jadeja, 16 wickets. Kuldeep Yadav, 15. Mohammad Siraj, 14. And then comes the rest, Hardik Pandya, 5. What are the positives? What are the positives? I don't want to.
I mean, it takes a lot of heart, okay, for me to talk about India right now because it took about 2 to 3 days to come out of this. I mean, as a one of, I mean, like all of us, how we have been supporting India throughout, and the players especially, we deserved more than this. But of course, more than us, the players deserved more than this because of the effort they put in this World Cup. Let's dig in straight away to the positives. No doubt about it. For me, it was Virat Kohli's performance. He made a statement over there that he still can perform at the highest level. Okay, no matter what he has come through in the past. That was one positive. Second, what I felt is India's fielding standards improved a lot than how they were before. Okay, this is I'm talking about collective. Earlier, it used to be some set of core people who was doing the job as fielding unit, but this time, even the bowlers were commendable. Of course, there were drop catches, misfields, and everything, but more than that, the entire fielding unit as a team was very impressive. The last positive for me is definitely the bowling spearhead. Like all three, Siraj was at a low level this time, but I would call Bumrah and Shami were at the top for me.
And the fun fact is, Siraj was number one ODI ranked bowler 3 months back when Bumrah and Shami were not in the picture, and he was spearheading our attack.
Yeah. So I think Siraj got the number one after the Asia Cup, just before the World Cup, and maybe I don't know. Uh, the plan was different for the bowling unit. What about you, Sheikh? What are your positives?
I mean, there are so many positive, like from starting from your number one batsman, number five position, over position. But those were there, and bowling. Are, we have all rounder Jadeja, we have Kuldeep, we had Siraj, we had Bumrah, we had Shami. Siraj was little hot and cold in between during this tournament. But what I felt was, over all in all, it was the team has been brilliant. They performed all the aspects, so everything was positive. So we know what are the positive. I think it's better to discuss what could be improved rather than negative. What could have been improvement can be taken from this World Cup to future. So I think it will be the middle order just before Jadeja and some to some extent Jadeja also. Because after Hardik's injury, which was very unfortunate, we were always were having only five bowlers. We had to play with that, and we cannot afford Shardul in this team because of not consistent with bat or ball both. So we had to go with a proper batsman and proper batsman in terms of Surya Kumar, but he was also very hot and cold in this World Cup. It was Surya, the sky you to see it was always clouded. There was not a clear sky there. So there is one what do you say one drawback to this. I think Siraj to some extent, I think they could have rested him more because he's been playing a lot. Nothing taking away from Siraj, just to accommodate. Like they either one or two in this tournament. They could have rested Siraj for more for a little bit so that he comes back fresh because after 3 4 games or 5 games was he was needing that break. They could have even tried Ashwin if they wanted to because there were pitches where Ashwin could have played.
Yeah,
Uh, and even I think in Lucknow they had chance, but they didn't go with him. So in that way, he could have got more rest. So those are only two, three which I can think of. Apart from that, by the next year by the next World Cup, we don't know who all will be available because all will be aging. Virat will be around 39, Rohit will be 40, Ashwin will be any which way. I don't think he'll be anywhere uh, near to the next World Cup for sure. He might continue with them, but not the days. Uh, and apart from that, we have player like Ishan Kishan. They can develop him. We have Rishabh Pant, who will definitely going to come back to this squad. KL Rahul also be around 37, 38. I'm not sure how much year he would be. Or 36. I think he would be 36 by that next year, next time's World Cup. So we need a combination of left right always because we are always a right hand dominant team where team opponents can easily restrict you. They can line you as per that. So it's always better to have a right and left. So we have Ishan Kishan, Rishabh Pant uh, by the next World Cup, and Hardik. Obviously, I feel he might be sustained long without an injury. He might be uh, the captain for T20s, but I feel for ODIs, I think by the time Gill will get more chances, and if he is successful like Kohli, he will get captaincy. That's what I feel. It might happen
Yeah,
like.
someone like Shreyas Iyer is also there, a good option. We have abundant the captaincy material. Stands to the IPL. Rishabh Pant can be the captain. Anyone can be the captain. But again, this tournament was so crucial for someone like Rohit Sharma. The way he played this tournament, selfless character, dominance up front. In the finals also, that beautiful, brutal knock, selfless innings, but at the end, he's not a World Cup winner. So that will pinch him even after the retirement as well. But glorious career for Rohit Sharma. He told he hasn't retired yet. But see, let's see down the 4 years whether he will play or not. I am hoping he should play till
Of
Champions.
the current selection, I think both Kohli and Rohit will not be playing T20. They would be either concentrate more on tests and rather than T20s. That's what I feel. So that they have a maybe they can plan accordingly and they see how their body uh, gives to matches and they accordingly. Their performance also matters. What happens it
Yeah,
will be.
and to be honest, mimicking this feat, this 10 out of 10 in next World Cup will be really tough. This sort of achievement can be done once or twice when your entire team is in that mood, in that mojo. Now different bunch of players
Yeah.
will come. They have to mingle with each other. They have to play their A game. They have to set their strategies right. So let's see what happens to Team India. A lot of things matter on the form and as well as the fitness of the players.
Yeah.
Uh,
True.
we we love to watch everyone perform in next IPL. Sorry, next World Cup. I wouldn't mind Rohit Sharma or Virat Kohli playing in next World Cup if they're fit as well as they're performing.
Yeah. So this is, I think, one of the strongest 15 we have seen, right? And thanks to, we need to give that credit to the coaching staff
How
also.
does
Okay, having mentored these guys throughout, built this rapport within the team. Coach Rahul Dravid, I mean, he's done so commendable job. Although he's not got that silver lining, I would still call this is he's been one of the best coaches for India. Okay, uh,
and also the entire unit, entire
exactly.
team management. I don't know the name of the guy who was running in the outfield in Dharamshala and was cleaning
Yeah,
their
yeah, of course.
shoe. That sort of commitment they had in that team, especially even the fielding coach. He introduced
Delete.
a medal sort of thing, a appreciation sort of thing, which all the Indian players were wanting to get it. They were fighting for it, literally fighting for it. They're celebrating each other's victory after the medal ceremony.
Then the bowling coach, Shami celebration,
Paris
Mambre.
Mambre, exceptional. The way, and also, to be honest, the psyche of the players, psyche of the players to perform in this situation requires a lot of mentoring and a lot of tutoring.
Yeah,
So, psychologist, someone like psychologist, Shami coming out of depression, all those things. And India backed him. He didn't play 18 months of cricket, and he came back and he took that the same.
yeah,
So exceptional this thing. Yeah, one of our subscribers pointed out his name is Raghu. He's our sidearm specialist. So yeah, exceptional effort by all of them. And also in this tournament, India played in 9 rounds and won in all the 9 rounds. So it is a exceptional thing for inside to win in 9 different pitches conditions, you know,
travel.
travel, win. So as a host, India has done their job. They were the best host in the World Cup. That's what I can tell. Coming to you would guys.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, talking about the future or the next World Cup, India has a tremendous talent in terms of domestic circuit. We should start developing players into international cricket, and with the right coaching and mentorship, I think we can still build a great team into the next World Cup. I know it is definitely going to be very tough to maintain the same streak as that happened in India because the conditions will change, the place will change, team combination will change. A lot of things come into picture.
I wouldn't mind India losing one or two root games if they're winning the World Cup. I wouldn't
I mean,
take that.
so once I was talking to Anand, and he was like, I just don't want that one bad game coming our way because we have been winning all, and that happened in the final. I was like, let Netherlands take that one victory against India and go back with a great note, okay?
So,
But
but yeah, again, 2015 also we faltered in semifinals. 2019 also we faltered in semifinals. 2023 also
in the finals,
finals. So somewhere down the line, India in knockout stages has had the choking tag. South Africa's tag is slightly getting sticked on
I
Indians.
mean, they like share it with us.
Yeah, and we are also we Indians are also big fan of AB de Villiers. We love him a lot. So that tag somewhere down the line is coming to Virat Kohli as well. So
Yeah. Yeah. Any other thoughts for Team India, Srikanth?
Yeah, there are a lot of thoughts in my mind, but I mean, it's all about how you build the team by the next World Cup. The next and the coming World Cup is the next 20 World Cup, which is going to happen in West and USA. So we now. we'll see how we are building the team for that first. Then we have Champions League, sorry, Champions Trophy, and then we have World Cup, which is so we have some time in. So by the time we'll see how the team develops and how the players fit into the team, how they gel together. So that's the most important. So let's hope everything goes well and we get a very good for the ODI World Cup next time in 2027. Let's hope so.
Okay, great. So it is nice talking to you, Shrikant. It is nice discussing about the three teams who actually also deserved in a way to win the World Cup but got knocked out. Before we jump on to talk about the dominant Aussies, and some of our subscribers are actually waiting to hear about our thoughts on Aussies. We will have another person joining us, and let's thank Shrikant for joining us until now. Have a nice evening and good night, Shrikant. Stay tuned to look into our thoughts on Aussies, and you can leave your comments.
Yeah, someone just Rohit and Virat get rest. Yeah, so that is what even I was saying that there is a possibility both of them will be available for T20 and not sure whether they are looking forward to T20 World Cup or maybe they are trying to build a new faces for the team. Uh, we might not see Kohli and Rohit for T20. That's what I think.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
But thanks guys for keeping me in this video. Uh, I hope Anand gives a very good justification.
You spoiled it for our subscribers who is a new guest. Okay.
I
Uh,
surprised just yeah, I know I have spoiled it, but I'll just give it to him. Hey, I know he'll do better than me. Uh, uh,
and
because I don't want to talk about Australia. That's why it's good that you are keeping me out of that topic. Thank you very much.
thank
Thank
you,
you,
Sri.
Shrikant.
Yeah. And let's start with Aussies. Meanwhile, Anand joins. Coming to Australia, what an exceptional tournament they had. Losing two matches, first two matches to India and South Africa, then going on to defeat them in the future in the semi-finals as well as finals. So they won against all the sides in this tournament.
Yeah,
Clearly a better side. Although they won a match less than India, but in the finals they delivered. That was it, and the performance was exceptional. They played in awesome. They played awesome cricket in the finals. Exceptional. They set exceptional fielding standards. In the Hi Anand.
hello, Anand.
Yeah,
Right. Hello.
Welcome to the World Cup Daily.
yeah, there's one. There's
Thank
our
you. Thank
David
you.
Warner fan. He's wearing orange.
Yeah. Getting ready for IPL. Also.
Yeah, yeah, I know. You have been
Yeah.
watching us for some time now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hope
Definitely.
you like the reviews that we posted for New Zealand, South Africa, and India.
Yes.
Uh, we have invited you to talk about the dominant team of this World Cup. More
Rick
than
told
calling
that I will look
dominant,
better
I
in.
think they
Rick
pictured
told
at
I
the
look
right
better
time.
in talking about
Yeah,
Australia.
they
I guess.
peaked at the right time, and also they've in the league stages. Their last victories. One was at one was at Kolkata where
Kolkata.
they won. So they figured out the pitch, what to play there. Then one Glenn Maxwell magic innings in Mumbai against Afghanistan. So they figured out what to play in Mumbai as well if they were touted to play against Indians or something like that. And also they won in England. They won against England in Ahmedabad. So they
Yeah.
figured out that pitch also how to play in Ahmedabad. So they went into the finals with a clear head, and their bowlers brought their A game. They restricted India to mere 240. which in that surface was not a great challenge for them. And also, batting was easy in the second innings, so India had to score somewhere around 280, 290, which India didn't. So exceptional bowling and fielding performances, and batting as usual. There are greats like Hayden, Pontin. Everyone pointed out one in the top three has to perform, has to click. One in the top three has to click. That was the golden words repeated again and again in the knockouts. And clearly in semis and finals, the man of the moment, Travis had delivered. In WTC finals, also we remember the magical innings he played. So yeah, I just am talking about too much about them. I just want to share their individual stats. Okay, highest run getter David Warner, 535 runs at an astounding strike rate of 108.3. Mitchell Marsh, 441, 107.56 strike rate. Glenn Maxwell, 400 at 150 strike rate. Manas Labuschagne, 362. Travis at 329 in 127.52. But Travis had only played 6 games. Steven Smith had a okay campaign, 302 runs. Then comes the others. And when it comes to bowling,
Zampa.
Zampa, the pick of the trot, 23 wickets. Then comes Hazelwood with 16 wickets. Then comes those two men who in lead stages were not up to the mark. But when it comes to the clutch situation,
Mitchell
Pat
Stark.
Cummins and Mitchell Stark delivered. They rightfully delivered.
Yeah.
So, what are the positives? They are the champions. That's the positive. Apart from that, what are the positives, Anand?
I think, yeah, great campaign. I think first two games, losing those first two games and coming back like this and winning everything from there. Uh, if there is a team who can execute the plan for a particular situation, keep a calm head. I think it's Australia, right? We have seen this time and again, even in the series finales when the series is drawn and you have a finale game, finishing game, and in ICC tournament. So definitely, though, like you said, the bowlers were not Stark and Cummins were not
Up to the
that good in the up to the mark in the group stages. But when it came to the last semi-finals and the final, right? Cummins was exceptional in the final. He gave 38 runs in 10 overs with 2 wickets. So I
Yeah.
still can't forget that spell from Cummins. I was like waiting for him to get hit, but they're basically executing the plan so right for batsman by batsman. They knew what to bowl to each of our batsmen, and they delivered on the big stage. I think we have a comment saying C for captain, C for
Yeah, let's not read about all those comments. Let's dive into what is the thought of Pinoy.
So basically, Australia ticked boxes at the right time after they initially cluttered, okay, in the group stages. And if you see, it's a collective effort. There
it's
has
a
been
total team
performances
game.
from each of them in different phases of the tournament. That innings from Maxwell, I think, got the pump in
Yeah,
them to win this World Cup.
yeah,
Okay.
from nowhere, literally out of
Nowhere,
nowhere, and
absolutely from nowhere.
it was done by Maxwell where he was in excruciating pain. He was almost disabled. There
I
was
mean,
memes.
the second hundred, he was completely,
Yeah,
only his both the hands were playing, the legs were
Yeah.
not
and
moving.
there was one meme regarding him sleeping and
Yeah, yeah.
Kantara poster
Suddenly waking up.
released in him.
Yeah.
So that's sort of an innings. Amazing first guy in cricketing history to score double hundred while chasing. That itself,
Chasing,
and
yeah.
in a chase of 294, he scored 200.
200, which is your 80% of runs. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was one of the positives. And second positive for me is uh, basically the bowling unit, right? Right from Zamba, who was the leading wicket taker. Uh, that support which they gave to each other when others were failing, like Stark got hit some games, Hazelwood couldn't perform completely. Cummins failed for most of the time, okay, and peaked up at the right time. The support that bowling unit gave to each other was commendable. Zampa took wickets when Pacers
True, true,
couldn't do it.
true.
Pacers took wickets when Zampa couldn't do it. Glenn Maxwell
Maxwell
did it.
also chipped in
Exactly.
some games. Yeah.
So bowling unit
So,
And
also.
also, how can we forget about Travis chipping in in those
yeah, he
one
two
over, and he took
crucial wickets.
Klassen
Klassen.
and Janssen in
Janssen.
two deliveries. So yeah, exceptional. It's like that thing that Australia are made for the knockout games.
Exactly.
The
Yeah, yeah.
team is made for the knockout games. Even with a substandard team which is not performing up to the mark, they know how to win it. The knack of winning is commendable. And to be honest, on the final, they almost stopped 20-30 runs in field.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Power
Fielding was
play, right?
exceptional.
Yeah. Fielding was exceptional in the power play. We saw Warner fielding at that age.
Yeah.
He was just throwing himself in the boundary, at the boundary, right? Even
Yeah.
Marnus Labuschagne has the most number of saves in
Chase
this
and run
tournament.
out.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
also
chase and run out. So
rightfully they had that
exceptional.
hunger to win, which India lacked at that particular game. That's why they won the game. So I'm being very harsh on
India
Indians,
didn't have
But
the
I
India
wouldn't
didn't lack
call
the
they
hunger to
lack the
win,
hunger.
but
Yeah, I wouldn't
we
call
did.
they
but
lack the hunger.
I'm talking on the performance point of view. On the finals performance point of view, they were so clinical that they made the match boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true. Acceptable.
that's the attribute of a champion side. So you are so clinical, you don't want to leave it at the end. You don't want ifs and buts to happen. Someone like Manas Labuschagne, what an innings in the final. No, everyone will talk about Travis Head hitting right and left and scoring 127. But Manas Labuschagne stood out there, played that test inning, that sort of innings which bailed them out. He saw
Yeah,
both the spinners out. Then also someone like Pat
he
Cummins
kept
in
it
that
calm, right? Yeah.
Afghanistan game. He almost negated one end for Maxwell. So exceptional performances.
Yeah. I mean, had Kettlebro raised that
Given
finger,
that
Labushan wouldn't have stayed
it would have
there.
been a different game. Huh? You would have
I mean,
got back into
I
the
still
game.
had
You
hope.
never know. Yeah.
Yeah, even I had hope, but again, the sort of performance
Yes,
they got in
definitely
final,
hats off.
it was like they were mimicking 2015 final. That
Even
was
I mean, I
also.
had hope when they needed 100 runs also, but after that, when Head took on Jadeja, Kuldeep for those sixers, right?
and also
That
and
that was
also
game over.
rightfully the winning the toss and fielding first, that was in killer blue. I wouldn't blame Aussie side for means not means it's on their side, it's on the fair aspect. But in the finals you should play in a track where there is a equal thing for both the sides, either team batting first or team batting second, which I think didn't happen in Ahmedabad.
Hmm.
They threw
I
the
mean,
challenge at
I
India
won't
actually.
complain a lot on pitches, okay?
I wouldn't complain, but I'm
No,
just saying it was not that sort of a fair scenario because you
no, it
coming
was
in.
bold. I mean, what I thought was it was very bold from Cummins to throw the challenge at India and say, okay, right, you want to bat first.
And also,
So
to be honest, in the past three finals, team batting first has won.
yeah,
So
correct.
Cummins threw the dice and he got the result.
Yeah.
The whistle. That's brilliant. And do you think? I think all the teams have pressure playing a semi-final and the final, right? Do you think it was an extra additional player compared to the Australian squad on India facing the 130K fans in that stadium? And to not to go into a shell suddenly and then maybe not turn up on that particular game. And Australia, knowing Australia, the hype around them, right? The hype around each player to perform and to deliver, and that expectation is not like India, right? It's not like our fan base where we have so much of love and so much of hatred towards each player, right?
You want to
So
take on this
that
or?
thing,
Yeah, I can start. I mean,
yeah.
definitely, if you look at it that way, India had a lot of pressure playing in front of this crowd, okay? For Australia, it's another World Cup if they had to lose, or they had nothing to lose apart from that. Okay, literally, they played a open cricket. Maybe
Bold cricket. Yeah.
Indian players only Rohit, I would say,
Yeah.
Fearless.
fearless.
So
Okay,
he stuck to
And
the
also
plan, right?
bowlers, I feel
And
Shami
also
and
Kohli. Yeah.
Bumrah up front were
yeah.
fearless.
So I mean that pressure would be there inside each of the players. Even Virat Kohli, who is in that kind of form, will still have that pressure in him. Okay, like literally stay in the crease for 50, 60 runs, then go big. That attitude is there. So maybe they got soaked into that pressure a little bit.
I,
Yeah.
I totally agree with you, Anand. But
Yeah.
aren't this the dreams of the players to play around the 130,000 jam-packed stadiums in the
Yeah, that's
final?
true.
Someone like Shubman Gill, someone like Shreyas Iyer, they would have dreamt about this. They would have wanted to score the big 100, daddy 100, and make India win. This is the see you're seeing it as an means threat or something like in that scenario,
No,
but
but
it is also
yeah.
an opportunity for Indians to outshine. We have done it in past. In 2011, we won in Mumbai.
Yeah.
So it's not a major concern. They had to take this as an opportunity, which they faltered.
True.
They played exceptional cricket in 10 matches and rightfully faltered at the end. Let's not talk about Indians now. Let's come back to the
Yeah.
Australians.
So, Anand, one question I have. Okay, Australian are dominated this World Cup. Last time, when there was a core set of players doing this for Australia, they had a backup. Okay. Now, literally this time, if you look at it, David Warner, Smith, Stark, Hazelwood. Hazelwood, okay, I would still keep him aside.
Hazelwood will also rate. I don't
Pat
think.
Cummins,
Yeah.
okay. Who are the backups they have built? Because if you look at it last time, Bretley, Glenn McGrath, all of these guys had built up Stark. Stark was exceptional under 19 player back then. They had other players who came in. Smith was already under 19. David
Very
Warner.
I
less.
guess one
Yeah.
of our subscribers can take this question also. He can name out
He
those
is.
players in
Yeah.
Yeah.
that case who can come.
True.
Yes, who can take this team with the same attitude? I mean, same dominance. Even they have a lot of domestic cricket that goes around. So, do you think Australia will have the same kind of passion or attitude in the next World Cup?
Ah, 50 over World Cup, I think down the line, definitely they will groom players. Knowing Australia, they are going to groom players. And what is Abbott's age? Abbott will play the next World Cup.
Abbott is 31 or something, I guess.
Yeah,
So.
so maybe he might play. And you have the other young bowler also, right? I forgot his name. Kane Richardson. Kane Richardson. So
Kane
that,
Richardson is not young, Anand. He's old only. Jai
and still,
Richardson, you mean?
Jai,
yeah,
yeah.
Jai
Uh,
Richardson. Yeah. So they have
yeah,
pretty
but
much
again,
backup in the domestic format as well.
Anand, down the line,
But
I feel
but
they'll struggle to replace these talents. The world class attributes of Warner, even Travis said also, I'm feeling doubtful for the next World Cup. He's
true,
in
true.
hot run
Yeah,
of form now.
true. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is something Australia will have to start building now. I mean, it has always been the trio in the bowling unit, right?
And also
Literally, we have been
And
seeing,
now the
leg spinner,
captaincy leadership aspect also should come up.
yeah.
mm,
Uh,
Spencer
one
Johnson
of
will
our
probably not.
subscribers says Spencer Johnson will probably knock off Gill in
Yeah, and
2027.
he's also put that laughing emoji, so he's also not
Yeah,
sure about it. So I
not
don't
sure
want to
about it.
comment on that. They have to groom youngsters. They have to bring in lot. They have to pump in lot of young blood to make it to the 2027, or else it will be a sorry World Cup for Australia. They have to fill in right spots like openers, especially like Warner. They have to fill in the top three, top four
Smith,
spots. Smith,
Smith,
that's what top four
yeah.
entirety of the top.
Warner, Smith, Labushan,
Yeah,
all the three.
Labushan can play. I feel so, but I don't know
But
whether he will be backed as a ODI player because again coming
he was
into this
just
World
he
Cup,
just came into this World Cup as a
yeah,
ODI player. He was not even there in the ODI.
yeah, so lot of things, yeah, lot of things. So it is very tremendous thing. It will be a tremendous thing for them to fix in all these puzzles, but it will take time. It will take time, and there will be some sort of years. There will a revamp will be there. our subscriber would want it to be fast, but I don't think so, because ultimately their system of one day cricket, even I discussed with him also, the one day cricket is not that up to the mark in the domestic format. They're not producing that many players. In the future, maybe Cam Green will be an excellent option
Mitchell
to.
Marsh would be still there, right? He is going to lead the squad now, so
Zampa
he's
would still play, right?
He
How?
will be 34, 35.
34,
Mitchell
35.
Marsh.
Zampa might play,
Yeah.
but they
So
have to develop another leggy after
yeah,
Zampa. So
Ranveer Sangha.
yeah.
no, I think
He
he's playing the T20 series tomorrow, right? He's there, right?
Yeah, he has put like how okay, Indians were not brave enough at Ahmedabad. He is telling. Yeah, I feel sorry for the fans who went there, had to experience that match, and which had less of a boundaries or something like that, less of an entertainment on field than the off field entertainment. It was a sorry
And I
performance
also
from.
feel sorry for some of the hatred that they got just after the match finished, and a lot of fans criticizing players for
Sport.
not performing on that particular day. I mean, they should give it to the Indian squad. They were exceptional, but just coming back
On that day
to
they were the
Australia.
best side. That's what I can tell. It's not about good team or something
Yeah,
like that. On that particular day, on that particular final,
Australia
Australia
were
were the
still it.
better side.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's the end of the topic. We can go on discussing whether India is better than them, Australia is better than India, but that's on
yeah,
ultimately cup
exactly.
belongs to them.
All of these players, no, they, I mean, they practice hard, they develop themselves to play such big tournaments, win the cups, right? So right now, it's just one word: Australia took it
Yeah.
away. They
And
deserve the
someone
credit.
like Virat Kohli, who would have traded his man of the tournament
For the
trophy
World
for
Cup.
a World Cup.
For a
Yes,
World
of
Cup.
course.
Yeah.
Anyone,
I mean,
it's a
it's
deep
it's a very
success.
similar case of 2003.
Yeah,
Sachin won the Player of the Series, but lost the final against Australia.
yeah.
Very similar case. Okay, so yeah, that's about Australia. We spoke a lot. Now, the
What about
credit goes
Mark
to them.
keeping his leg on the World Cup?
That's not an.
That's an Aussie attitude. I mean,
It's
you.
Yeah.
see, it's not an.
Just to spice up things.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
also we have seen footballers doing it also. Footballers keeping
Last
their
time
leg
they
on the
were
cup.
pouring
It
beer in,
means
in the shoe and
actually to
drinking
be
it as well, right?
to be
Aussie.
honest, it means top of the world. That attitude,
Oh,
resembles top of the world. It doesn't really mean disrespecting the trophy or something like that.
Yeah.
That's just a part of their celebration. We have to just agree with on it, and the culture which they have been bought in is pretty different from Indians. This thing.
Yeah. I mean, one of our subscribers says Mohammad Shami deserved Player of the Tournament. No doubt, he is also one of the contenders
yeah.
for it. Same way, I would call
No
even.
doubt.
Yeah, don't worry. I feel maybe if he is fit, he will be the player of the tournament in
Next
upcoming tournament. So you
Champions
never
upcoming
know.
tournament,
Champions.
Champions Trophy.
So, so Mohammed, and many things, many positive things are happening.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So now that we've
Good
spoken a
after
lot
that.
about Australia, Shreyas and Anand, let's do one thing: a quick segment on picking the FDM 11 of the World Cup. Okay, this
Okay.
is conclusively for FDM. So we need to just put in one answer. Okay, it can't be your answer one bar
Yeah, yeah.
mine or one
Collective 11.
collective
Yeah,
decision
collective.
and
Yeah.
one 11.
Open us. So who are your options?
Rohit Sharma, first
Rohit
one.
Sharma, even
Yeah,
I
even
feel.
even Rohit Sharma for me. Yeah, and
Yeah.
second opener,
Second opener,
Rachin Ravindra.
I would go with
I
Quinton de Kock.
Quinton or
Quinton.
Rachin.
Quinton de Kock.
Okay, the majority is
Yeah,
Quinton.
Quinton.
Okay, while we
Quinton de Kock.
discuss this, subscriber, feel free to put in your comments, put in your 11. We'll quickly review it once we finish it.
One
Yeah,
down, we don't have to discuss Virat Kohli.
Virat Kohli.
Yeah. Two
No
down.
doubt. I think 700 plus runs. What more
Yeah,
discussion
man
is?
of the tournament. How
Yeah.
we are foolish. We are fools if we don't pick him into the 11, and if we don't pick him in the right slot as well. So
Yeah.
number four.
So, number four,
Number four is tricky
according to
actually.
me, I have two players in my mind. Okay, I can just put that out. One is Kane Williamson. Although he's not made a lot of runs in this tournament, he's one player who could be part of this number four position. But if not for him, because since he's not put on runs or made that big performances, Daryl Mitchell for me.
Even I would agree. Daryl Mitchell, the two brilliant innings against India, where he caught eyes of Indian fans as well as probably in 1 month we'll know the answers. Some of bits will be there for him. What about you,
Definitely, I
Anand?
think so. Yeah, yeah, definitely. It will be either Daryl Mitchell or even Shreyas Iyer. We cannot. A couple of games he didn't. He faulted, but exceptional batting, especially the strike rate at which he batted. Right, very, very, very good. I think.
Number
But
five.
majority wise, I think Daryl Mitchell at number four. Yeah,
Yeah, number
I
five.
agree with you guys. Number five for me. Considering the strike rate, batting at that strike rate, and you know the right mix in the top five, I would say Henrik Klassen for me in number five.
No, for me, if I had to go for number five, I would go for Shreyas Iyer. Shreyas Iyer puts in that number five to me, and my number six will be Glenn Maxwell.
Okay. So for me, I would go with Anand. Okay. Number five, I would go with Klassen because he's also had a great tournament, if not
Yeah,
for the later
yeah.
part of the tournament. But
He
let's
faltered definitely, like
yes,
we spoke, but he had a great tournament.
great tournament.
Great,
Yeah.
great
So
tournament.
definitely, even for me, it is Klassen number five. So FDM's number
Number
five
five
will be
is
Klassen.
Klassen.
And
Six.
Maxwell.
Maxwell. Okay. Good choice. I mean,
good choice, I think.
he performed with the ball, performed with the bat. A good finisher. I mean, had I don't know. This is my sixth sense saying. Had Hardik played the entire tournament, he would have been there along with Maxwell for me, because Hardik was just picking up. If you see, just picking, getting those crucial wickets and things. So yeah, since he's not part of the team, I wouldn't call out his name. Uh,
What about
let
Janssen? Janssen
no
That is
also
more
number
than
seven. I can tell Janssen.
I
maybe.
would still give
Yeah,
Maxwell
Maxwell. I
number
think Maxwell
Maxwell
because
number
he's a
six because number
true
six is a
trump card
pure
player,
batting slot. You need that.
true. What do you say? Clutch god player. You can pick Maxwell at
yeah.
Yeah,
number
and
six.
also if we see that batting lineup, Maxwell is the some sort of a player. Class in Maxwell, five and six,
Yeah.
really
Wow,
deadly option.
deadly, deadly.
I mean, great. Yeah.
Number
So
seven,
let's repeat all the six. No,
Rohit,
Quinton,
Quinton, then
Kohli,
Kohli, then Daryl Mitchell, then comes
Henrik
Klassen, then
Klassen,
comes
Glenn
Maxwell.
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 Okay.
Then number seven, I'm going with Marco Jansen.
Number seven, Marco Jansen. Okay. Hmm. Give me a minute. I
Marco
mean,
Janssen is number seven.
Marco Jansen or Ravindra Jadeja, both have that the thing. Ravindra
Actually,
Jadeja with that middle overs he picked 16 wickets, and Marco Jansen initially with the new ball he took 17 wickets. So it will be a hard ball for. And both are all rounders. Both can chip in with the bat.
yeah. Hmm. I would go with Jadeja.
Yeah.
What about you, Anand?
yeah, it's a tough call. I think maybe considering this tournament, you can pick this. No, 11 for this tournament. I think I'll pick Janssen over
Okay.
Jadeja.
Cool.
Uh, definitely, considering the way he bowled
Okay.
in the
Let's
power play as
let's move
well.
on to the bowlers. Let's
Yeah.
move on to the bowlers. Shami is definitely there in the list. I don't want to talk about Shami, so he will be there in that list. Apart from that, I feel Madhu Shankar deserves one spot.
Madhu Shankar is a close call. I wouldn't put him in my 11. I
Okay.
would rather put Koche because he's definitely
So both are young. Madhu Shankar or Coach?
Koche.
Okay.
Coach,
For
Okay.
me,
What
Koche.
about
coach.
you? Coach.
Yeah, coach
Okay. Then coming to the
in two spots.
spinners, one will be Zampa for no doubt for
No
the
brainer.
no-brainer
No
23
brainer.
wickets. And another bowler, will you go for Kuldeep Yadav or
Hmm.
someone like Santner, Keshav Maharaj who can deliver with the bat as well?
Uh, okay. So
Yeah,
the
that's
one
very right
last player,
because
right?
since we have picked only
One spin.
Maxwell is part time, considering
Yeah,
Maxwell
and
is part time. So
Zampa is
only
the
one proper
leg.
spinner, right?
Yeah,
Zampa is only the proper spinner. So I think
we don't have time, guys. Quickly, quickly.
I mean, I see. For me, I'm more looking into who consistently performed. Okay,
so
so in that aspect, I'm just finding it difficult to pick the right player. But I would still give this economical bowler Hazelwood a chance in my 11.
then we will be playing with four bowlers and one spinner.
Yes.
yeah, even
Jadeja.
me, I think I would go
Not
with
Jadeja,
Bumrah. I
right?
want Bumrah in the 11.
Yeah,
I want
Bumrah.
Bumrah in the 11, so I want to go with Bumrah. Even
I mean,
for that
great choice.
matter, Australia had only Rampa, right?
I would put Bumrah for Kodze
Bumrah.
and Madhushanka because Bumrah is Bumrah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
for me the pace attack fills with Bumrah, then Shami, then the third one Marco Janssen.
Yeah. So let's zero in on the 11th player. I said Hazelwood, you said Bumrah, and I think Anand will agree with Bumrah.
yeah, I agree with
Uh,
Bumrah.
so
Yeah,
let's put FDM
I agree
11
with
all out.
Bumrah.
Yeah, just
Okay, Rohit Quinton, then comes Virat Kohli, then comes Daryl Mitchell, then comes Henrik Klassen, then comes
Glenn Maxwell,
Maxwell, then comes Janssen, then comes
Shami,
Shami, then comes Bumrah, then comes Zampa, then
coach.
comes Koche.
yeah, that's the 11 FDM
Yeah.
11.
If Kodze has to be replaced, then it should be replaced with a spinner. So it can be Jadeja, Kundu, or any other the thing. And also in the clutch scenario, the players who performed are
Yeah,
not there
see,
in the
we
11.
have
Yeah.
picked just the 11. You
And
have four more spots.
one
A team is 15 members.
unluckiest player who missed out is Sachin Ravindra. Revelation of the tournament. He's
Revelation.
not even making in the 11.
Yeah. I mean, definitely you. Some of the players, Mr. Madhushanka, he has given that performance for Sri Lanka, but he's still not made it to the 11. So
Yeah.
that was one thing I was mentioning. We still have four slots to
Yeah.
fill in. If you want to put in as a squad, you can put all these
Yeah,
players.
all those players,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Rachin
Do
Ravindra,
comment, guys. Do comment on whatever your
Shreyas
squad is.
Iyer, all those
Yeah,
players.
exactly. So great, guys. I mean, it was a great World Cup after all. Although India didn't win it, uh, it was, I mean, tremendous 2 months of cricket that we have been following in and out, right? And
Again,
thanks to all the subscribers and the FTM team uh, to put up this World Cup daily shows, watch-alongs. We did some of the watch-alongs, I remember, but definitely, this World Cup did not have lot of competitive games. It had lot of one-sided
one.
games, and apart from that, there's no much call-outs. I think a lot of restructuring will happen going into the next World Cup. A lot of teams will change, players, new players will come in. Definitely, a lot of decision making is going to happen among players after this tournament.
We have a payback series coming in as
We
well.
have a redemption series coming in from
And
tomorrow.
the non-performer Surya Kumar Yadav is leading our side. So
Yeah,
and it's his favorite format. So
yeah.
we have to wait and watch what he does.
Yeah, let's hope we have a great round of series.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of youngsters have been thrown into the plate. I mean, even Australia is.
Any
I saw it.
surprises of
I saw his
some
press
players
conference.
missing out the thing?
I saw his press.
Like
I know
I saw
you're
his
T20.
talking
press
about
conference. I saw
Sanju
his press
Samson.
conference. Surya Kumar. He said, "I have asked all my players to play fearless cricket. Just go there and bang, 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 like
I
win
mean,
this."
it's an advice
So
Rohit would have given before leaving to Mumbai.
Yeah,
yeah,
and any surprises from the squad? Anyone missed out or
I
something?
felt Sanju Samson should have been picked. I think should have given a chance, but
Yeah, see,
unfortunate
definitely
that he didn't get a
Sanju was
chance.
ignored a lot of times, Anand. I
Yeah,
agree. But if you look at the age, okay, even Sanju is close to 30,
Yeah.
30,
Yeah,
31.
but again, but he had
it's
to be.
T20, right?
And
So
apart
I
from
thought
that, did you feel it's unfair on Yuzvendra Chahal to be not backed for the T20 format as well?
I mean,
yeah, yeah, true. I think we have to back Chahal. He's been one of, not one of, he's been the best bowler in T20
He's
format. Even
see
in the
ultimately
IPL,
India is playing the
whichever,
second screen side.
Yeah.
whichever
And in
team
that
he
second
goes
string
to,
side
he
also,
delivers.
these players are not making too.
I mean, there are enough quality also. Ravi Bishnoi, he's been also
And
doing well.
also one more,
Quality, yeah, it's
my
quality. It's
my
backing. I
personal
think they are
favorite.
backing the youngsters more.
Yeah.
They're giving chance
My
to the youngsters.
personal favorite, who did a really good job in Syed Mushtaq Ali. He bowled really well. He bowled the hard overs. Bhuvneshwar Kumar. He should have been backed, but again,
No,
India
I don't
should
think
go
so.
for it.
And not about backing. I think they are going for the
He was
youngsters.
highest wicket taker in
No, no.
India. I
I
mean,
think they are
I
going for
can,
the
I
youngsters.
can just say
If you're saying
thank
if
you
you're
for.
saying Bhuvneshwar Kumar, then obviously Sanju Samson, Chahal should have played.
No, see,
So
the
it's
format
about
is
going to
divided
play.
on basis of Syed Mushtaq Ali. Syed
No,
Mushtaq Ali,
not
No, no, no,
entirely.
no,
but
No, no.
no.
Syed Mushtaq Ali, he did his hardship. What can he
See,
do?
it is not entirely based on
I
size.
think it's
Okay,
curtains for Bhuvneshwar Kumar
you
for
need to
India
It
plan
this
for
it
the
time.
should be
future.
now. If you have not picked him for this side, it is curtains for him. It's now he's no longer
Yeah.
in he's not in ODI format. He wanted to come back in T20 format, but he didn't get the chance. He was the highest wicket taker in.
See, I'm sorry for you, bro. I know you're an SRH fan. You are a Bowie fan, but I'm really sorry. He's not for the future. He's done tremendously well for India.
Hopefully,
Thank you for that.
hopefully he wins the
Hopefully,
IPL and shuts many people.
any
Okay.
surprise pick. Shivam Dube was a very good pick for me. Let's see. I want to see how he performs if he plays Shivam
Yeah.
Dube.
No surprises
Yeah.
for me. I just want them to surprise me by their performances.
I mean, see, I wouldn't put Prasid Kumar and all in the T20 circuit. Okay.
That
I would.
Prasid Kumar or
Mukesh.
Mukesh Kumar.
Prasid
Mukesh
is
Kumar.
also.
Oh, okay.
Prasid is also there. Yeah.
So if that's the point, then Bhuvneshwar Kumar performing in that particular side Mushtaq Ali deserved one opportunity. I agree
Indeed.
is aged all those things, but the
And
T20 World Cup is happening next year. What is the future with that
no, see,
scenario?
T20 future is still Shami, Bumrah, and Siraj. Okay, let me tell you this.
I feel if Siraj is leaking runs in the
No, I think,
cricket,
yeah.
that Bhuvi could be a good customer,
No,
right?
there you have Arshdeep.
No, no
Okay,
Bhuvi. Arshdeep
Arshdeep
is there.
is again
Ar-
no ball king.
no, no, no.
okay.
Arshdeep
Let's
is
see
there.
how things
Yeah,
go. I mean, a lot of things have to be spoken if it's a selection
yeah.
topic. Okay.
Actually,
Uh,
why didn't they pick Khalil Ahmad? Yeah, they should have picked Khalil Ahmad in the team. Is
Who?
uh, Khalil
Khalil.
Ahmad in the team should have been there. He's a good
Khalil,
left-arm
Khalil,
seamer. You have to
left
build a
arm seamer.
left-arm seamer, right?
For whom? For
For
whom?
whom?
Prasid Krishna.
Pradeep Krishna,
Dude, Prasid,
Mukesh Kumar.
I
Why do you
ultimately
want
believe that
Mukesh Kumar?
Prasid
He needs
deserves
to develop a
opportunity
proper
because
left-arm
he
seamer.
he
Mukesh
traveled with
Kumar, I
Team
don't
India
know
as a
why
replacement
Mukesh
for
Kumar is
Hardik
there.
Pandya. Didn't get one game
No,
also.
no, but he got a chance in
But
the net. So be happy with it. I mean, Prasid Krishna is a 50 over bowler, rather a T20 bowler.
Then Bhuvi is a T20 bowler rather than.
Khalil
Yeah.
Ahmad is a T20 bowler. He should have
It's a
been picked.
funny
It's a
Indian selection
funny
is
pick.
always funny
Let's
if
see.
it's not
Let's
there
see.
for the World Cup.
Yeah.
World Cup and Asia Cup, we did a tremendous job in selecting our side. But in this Paytm series and all, they back some of the youngsters to do really good. They want them to perform. So
Anand, we can all stick to dream level in the Paytm series and see how things go. So
Yeah.
thank you everyone for staying with us
We
it
didn't
was
till
a
discuss the
this.
really
Australian
long session.
T20 squad. Do you want
Yeah.
to discuss Australian T20 squad tomorrow? For tomorrow? I don't think we have to do that
Yeah,
anyway.
this is a World Cup daily for aftermath of what happened.
This
Uh,
will be the last episode as
Last
well.
episode of World Cup segment. We have a lot of cricket, we have a lot of football, everything coming up with fundamentals. Do stay subscribed and with us. Share, like our videos, support. Put in your feedback on what things we can do well or what things we can include. We'll definitely try to do that. But otherwise, thank you so much and have a great evening. Good night, folks. So let's
Thank you so
finish
much.
it up by saying, let's go
Fundamentals.
fundamentals.
Fundamentals. Thank you guys.
Thanks, Anand.
Answer.
Thank you.